Welcome to the conversation. My name is Rick Peterson, and I'm the host of the program. We're bringing you this program from Star Media Studios in downtown Laverne. The Star Media featured sponsor of the week is Pepsi Bottling Company of Pipestone. It's time to get outside and enjoy summer with an ice-cold Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Diet Dew, Aquafina, or any one of the many delicious beverages from Pepsi Bottling Company of Pipestone. My guest today is Ron Honken, and we're going to visit about something new that's here in all of Rock County, for that matter, is the Rock County Future Leaders Network. Ron, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me today. This is a whole new program.
It is.
You're kind of the lead on this, I understand.
Correct.
And it's kind of an offshoot or a creation of LIFT.
Yes.
Okay. And what's LIFT? Let's tell our watchers, our viewers that.
LIFT is Laverne Initiatives for Tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'll readily admit I am not an expert on LIFT. I know enough about it to be dangerous, but they reached out to me to talk about this concept that I had that actually started with a conversation that Knut Oldry and I had coming back from a conference a few months ago. And I've always been impressed with Knut in the short time that I've known him. You know, he's very actively involved in the community, very well spoken, very knowledgeable. And I told him, I said, Knut, you know, every community needs to have future leaders, but they need to be developed over time. And what I hope you will do is reach out to more people in that 20 and 30-year-old range and encourage them to get involved. Because what I think happens in most cases is that there's a lot of people that have an interest in making their community better, but they're hesitant to do it because they don't fully understand how these various entities in a community work. And truthfully, I think most adults would admit it's a little embarrassing to admit that you don't know certain things.
Sure.
So Knut did a very wise thing. He went to the chamber at a meeting, told them my idea. The chamber called me and said, hey, would you put something together in writing, which I did. And then I went down and met with, I guess it was kind of a subgroup of LIFT.
Okay.
And they were all in their 20s. And I said, hey, here's my thoughts. Here's the structure I put together. And they endorsed it, and so here we are today running with it.
Okay, so you're originally from Laverne?
I'm a Laverne native,
okay.
Born and raised here, graduated in '83, and then in '86, my career took me away for about 30 years.
Oh, my.
Yeah, and then my wife and I moved back here full-time. It was 5 years ago last month.
So back here from where?
Well, most of the time we were gone. We lived in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have a southern drawl. I never did pick that up. But between Knoxville and here, we lived in Indianapolis.
Okay, and what did you do down there?
Well, most of my career, I grew up in a construction business. My father was a local contractor.
Your dad built my house, in fact.
Did he really?
Yep.
You got a good one then.
I did.
Let me tell you that. And years ago, back in '86, the old Tri-State that is now Continental Western called me. And to speed the story up, I ended up in the insurance industry, was very blessed to have some tremendous mentors that took me under their wing, which allowed me to have a great career. I ran and started a couple of different insurance companies. Mm-hmm. And now I'm at that phase in life where I have a little bit more time to give back. So,
well, welcome back to Rock County.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It gives us an opportunity to take advantage of some of your expertise.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And so you've devised this program to help create future leaders.
Exactly.
And I know Knut, and he's a gem.
Yes, he is.
And there's other gems out there in Rock County. Mm-hmm. How are you going to reach those folks or to get them involved in this program?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit longer answer, perhaps. You know, what I'm targeting, not exclusively, but my target group is roughly ages 18 to 35.
Okay.
But I will tell you, if somebody came to me and they were 14, 15 and said, listen, I want to learn about local government in different committees, I'd say welcome aboard. If it's somebody that's in their 40s and 50s, new to the community, but has a passion to be involved and help the community evolve over time and become an even better community than it is today, I'd say welcome. Okay. But what I find the best way to do it is, you know, you see the people, you readily notice them that have the talent and have an impact on others. So what we've done, we put together a list of about 50 people. I'd say maybe a fourth to a third of the list were folks that I've met in my 5 years being back here. The rest of them came from, Canute had a pretty healthy list. And then a lot of them came from members of the LIFT group that we talked about earlier. Again, that list is not exclusive, but we did send personal invitations out to this group and said, listen, we would like to see you. Please come to the very first session.
I understand it's session zero.
Session zero.
I thought that was interesting.
Session zero. One of the things that I want everybody to understand is that even though the name certainly states it's the Rock County Future Leaders Program, I don't want it to be exclusive to Rock County. I think it's important in order for Rock County to continue to enjoy success that we build a network with our neighbors. And our neighbors, we've invited people from Minnehaha County, we've invited people from Pipestone County. I'd love to have some Nobles County. I'd love to have some Lyon County people here, because the speakers, I think without exception, are going to be Rock County, but the information is going to be relevant to wherever they live.
How's the initial response been so far?
So far, I just the hallway chatter has been pretty positive.
Okay.
When I met initially with the LIFT group, I told them that I would be thrilled if we had a core group of 8 to 10 people. But, and this may be wishful thinking on my part, I think there's a chance we could have 30 to 40 people.
Super.
So time will tell.
Let's take just a little step back here. Is session zero, which is kind of an introductory session of everybody.
Yes.
Let me get that right. That is for Monday, August 25th.
Correct.
At Take 16.
At Take 16.
From 7 to 9 p.m.
Yes.
How many courses or evening events through this program are there?
Okay. So not counting session zero, we are going to have what I will call 7 sessions that are going to have content to them. These are going to be where we're going to educate people on how these different entities work. And one thing I want to state, the intent of this program is not to tell people how to think. Okay, I want people to understand how they think about how things operate, their own personal feelings. That's up to them. This is purely to get them the basic information on how all these different organizations work. So we're going to have 7 educational sessions, and then we will have an 8th one, but that's purely going to be the graduation and a time to celebrate.
A cost to any of this?
There is no cost to it, no.
Okay.
Between LIFT, they have some funds available through a couple of different organizations they work with. Laverne Area Community Foundation, Emily reached out to me right away and said, listen, I've got some donors that would be very excited about this, and my time and everybody else's will just be donated, if you will. So,
tremendous. That's just great. So just to kind of wrap things up here a little bit, this is, of course, Ron Honken, and we're talking about the Rock County Future Leaders Network. Their first session, kind of an introductory to the whole program, that will be Monday evening, August 25th at Take 16 Brewery from 7 to 9 p.m. There's a story in this week's Rock County Star-Herald that will feature some more information on this. And Ron, if they have any questions, do they contact you? Or
yes,
how do they go about
they
that?
can reach out to me. They can call me personally. My number is 865-604-3910, or they can email me. Don't laugh at my email. My goal is to be the last one with this. But it is RONHONKEN at AOL.com. So Ron Honken at AOL.com would be the best way to get hold of me.
Ron, thank you very much
You're
for
very
joining me
welcome.
today on the conversation. I appreciate it very much, and good luck with the future.
Awesome.
I appreciate
it.
You got the future of Rock County in
That's
your hands,
right.
man. It's a
No
big
pressure.
responsibility. So that about wraps it up for the day. We're going to pull the pin on this conversation. Thanks for joining us.